this video, I am going to be showing you how to make your own highlight, and my favorite part about this is you can completely customize it to whatever you want. It doesn't matter what color you want it to be, how intense you want it to be, just whatever you want, you can make it your own, and I think that that is so much fun. So this is the highlight that I'm going to be making for you guys today. I'm just going to show you how I did it. It's extremely easy, and you should have everything that you need at home right now, so you can make this right after watching this video if you want. So let's go ahead and get into this little tutorial. So making this highlight is actually really easy to do, and I'm going to quickly show you the products that you're going to need to do this before I get into the tutorial. So first you're going to need some sort of a container to put it in. I don't actually have an empty little pan, so I'm just going to put it straight into this little plastic container, and I got this from Coastal Scents, and I'm just going to pop it right in there. You're going to need something to stir with, something small. I don't really have anything fancy, so I'm just going to be using some toothpicks. You're going to need some rubbing alcohol. I'm sure that most of you have this somewhere around your house. And I just put a little bit into this little Dixie cup. So you're going to need either some old shimmery eyeshadows that you don't use anymore, or some loose pigments, and I have both right here, so I'm going to be using a combination of the two. This is actually a palette that I got from Forever 21 a few years ago, and I used to love this thing, but I don't really touch it very much anymore, so I'm just going to use some of the shadows from this. And I also have some of these loose pigments from NYX Cosmetics. You could use ones from MAC, which I also have, but I'm not going to be using for this in this video today. So these are the NYX Pearl Mania or Ultra Pearl Mania pigments. And I'm going for a little bit more of a natural tan kind of a highlight, so these are the two colors that I'm going to be using. You can get these really cheap from nyx.com or ulta.com. And lastly, you're going to need something to mix everything in. I just took the lid of an eyelash set right off. This is just a disposable plastic thingy-mabobber, and I would not recommend mixing it in your container directly because it's just going to make a mess and you might waste some product that way. So just have a container on the side to mix everything up in before you insert it into your container. So now that I've gone over everything that you're going to need, let's go ahead and make this highlight. So here's everything that I'm going to be using today, and I am just going to take my eyeshadow palette and take these two shadows right here. I'm sorry that it's not really that in focus, but I just have a nice shimmery light pink color, and then this nice kind of a beigey shimmery color. And I'm just going to take my toothpick and scrape these into my little container that I am going to be mixing everything into. So here are those two shadows scraped into here. I'm just going to crush up the bigger chunks with my toothpick and make sure that they're both mixed together pretty well. So here I have my two NYX Ultra Pearl Mania pigments, and they unfortunately do not have the names on them, but I'm just going to put a decent amount of the two into here. Again, I have a nice kind of a beige color and a nice light cream color. They're both shimmery, highlighty type colors. And I'm just going to, like I said, put them in here. So I'm just going to mix everything up a little bit before I go ahead and add the rubbing alcohol to the mixture. So there is what we've got going on so far. So you're going to take your rubbing alcohol. If you have a dropper, that would be perfect, but I unfortunately do not. So I'm just going to pour in a little bit at a time. You don't want it to be a huge puddle. You want it to be kind of a thicker consistency. You can go ahead and test the color out on the back of your hand, see if it's to your liking, but it is going to be a little bit more pigmented while it is wet, so keep that in mind. If you don't think it's shimmery enough, then add more pigments to it because it is going to dry a little bit lighter than what you see here. So getting it nicely into here is going to be a little bit of a challenge. So I'm going to turn off the camera while I am putting it into my container, and then I will be right back. So once you've got the mixture into your container, you're just going to want to tap it onto the tabletop a couple of times to smooth it all out and get rid of any air that's trapped in there. And then you're just going to leave it sitting overnight or for a few hours until it is dried, and you will have yourself a highlight. So here is the finished product after it has dried overnight. Here is a little swatch of it for you guys. It is beautiful. I wanted a little bit of a tannish gold highlight, so it's pretty natural, nothing too intense. And I'll go ahead and apply it on my cheek right here for you guys. So there's that highlight. I love this. I'm probably going to end up making 1,000 more of these because it's just so much fun to do and just customize your own stuff. So again, there's the swatches. I hope that you guys try this out. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you are into this tutorial. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Be sure to go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I try to upload a video at least once or twice a week. And if you are subscribed, I will be seeing you guys in my next video. So again, thank you so much for checking this out, and I will be talking to you guys later. Bye!